One of AG Paxton's associates, Nate Paul, was in court today as well. The Paxton and Paul cases we're talking about today are not connected, but if Paul's name sounds familiar, it may be because Paxton was impeached on allegations that he helped Paul in a number of ways in exchange for a campaign donation and hiring Paxton's alleged mistress. Among the allegations were that Paxton gave Paul investigative documents related to a 2019 FBI search of Paul's business and home, and that Paxton ordered an opinion that stopped Paul's properties from being foreclosed on during the pandemic. Paxton was acquitted of those impeachment articles in the Senate. Now to Nate Paul. This morning, a federal judge in Austin moved his trial date to November. The real estate developer is accused of making false statements to financial institutions.
KVUE's Malia Masamoto spoke to a legal expert about what it will take to prepare for a financial crimes case with more than 4 million documents.
Nate Paul, the man charged with 8 counts of making false statements to lenders, will have a new date for a trial, November 6, 2024. After already getting pushed back a year, Paul's defense said they need even more time to prepare for a new trial after Paul was charged with 4 new counts of wire fraud back in November. In a document filed by Paul's attorneys requesting a later trial, they explained it's a, quote, document-heavy case with millions of files being produced in discovery, a witness-heavy case, and a highly technical case. Paul's defense estimates there's anywhere from 4 to 4.5 million documents.
I mean, if you can imagine just for a second, assume every document's only 1 page, which is probably not an accurate assumption. 4 million pages of documents, if you printed it, how much space would it take up in your office?
Mike Golden, the director of advocacy and trial attorney expert at the UT Austin School of Law, says 4 million is an extremely high number for an average case, but more in line with financial crimes cases.
You tend to have a lot more documents because you have to get into the nitty-gritty of things like bank statements and when wire transfers happened or when things were valued.
But with a jury, Golden says Paul's attorneys will need a targeted approach to keep them engaged.
It takes a lot of preparation. Is how can I organize this in a way that an audience who knows essentially nothing about this case can absorb and remember and then apply during deliberations what they've learned.
And more importantly, make sense out of the mountains of technical documents.
What both sides are going to have to do is find a way to create a compelling story that is supported by the facts,
so they can come to a decision about this complex case. In Austin, Malia Masamoto, KVUE News.